YouTube, really quick before this video starts, I just want to say I am not promoting the sale of firearms in this video. You're going to hear me say that a lot because I just really want to drive that home. You're not allowed to do that on YouTube, so I'm trying to keep it as honest as possible while being able to give you guys information on a review of a business. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Once again, YouTube, I'm really not promoting the sale of firearms here. I'm just trying to make sure that people are educated and trained on how to be safe. Thank you, and let's get on to the video. Welcome back, everyone. So as you can see, no crutches. If you watched my last video, you know I messed up my leg. I am officially able to go full weight bearing with no crutches unless I need the crutches. So hopefully you don't see those anymore. But as you can tell from the name of this video, today we're going to be going over the truth about Rainier Arms, the company and Rainier Arms Firearms Academy here in Wichita, Kansas. Now, a lot of people watching this, I do know, the subscribers. They know that I have worked here for about all of last year. I left for a stint, and some point in the near future I do plan on coming back. But I kind of wanted to give you guys the pros and the cons, and with that, I wanted to let you know that this video is not sponsored by Rainier Arms. I did tell the owner the video idea that I had to make, and he said that was perfectly fine, and he wanted me to be completely honest. So if you are watching this, I hope you like it. So, or don't, because I am going to be brutally honest. So, kind of the whole thing about this video, so you guys know, merch is coming here pretty soon. I know I'm not a huge channel, but you know, everybody's got to eat. And I'm going to take you guys through Rainier Arms Firearms Academy here, once again, Wichita, Kansas. Give you guys a little tour, kind of what the company is about. I'll give you the pros and the cons, and we'll end on that. So let's go ahead and get to it. The hallway that employees come back through, we have a break room behind you to your right. There's a security system back there, so please don't try and break the windows. There was someone that did that once. The alarm went off and you ran. Little bitch. Sorry. But in here, this is going to be the training office. This is where the head trainer is going to be. Right now, that is a very nice gentleman named Aaron. Absolute beefcake. I hope you can hear me in there. Over here for the training nights, for all the people that are part of the instructing staff, this is going to be the gear and prep. So they'll bring their stuff in here, set everything down, decide what drills are going to be done that night. And which is another cool thing that we're going to get to when we go over what Rainier Arms does offer. This is currently not used, but it will be. Don't look over here. Now, when you come out onto the sales floor, you're going to notice you got vents. And if you want to talk to absolutely anybody that knows something about rifles, actually even Matt over there, those two right there are going to be the #1 people to talk to on the planet. Matt did 20 years in the Army, and Vince is just, well, to be honest, he's a little autistic when it comes to firearms. So he knows the good parts and what to get and what not to get. If you look out on the floor, you're going to kind of notice we got customers out here. We got every kind of accessory you can think of, all the way from to your right, which will show you some B-roll of these things that we're talking about. We have bags, cases, all that kind of stuff, ear protection. We have meds. We have everything related to parts that are going to go on an AR, pistol. We're going to have pouches. Keep going down, we're going to have mags, holsters, and concealed carry holsters. One thing that Rainier does offer that is going to be completely different than any other gun store near here is going to be the atmosphere. So when you come in, it's not like your normal mom and pop gun shop where you walk in and someone's sitting behind a counter and they ask you what kind of Ruger you want. I have nothing against Ruger. I hope they stay in business for a long time. However, not everybody wants FUD guns, and that's okay. So Rainier Arms is going to specialize more in the 2011 and the AR-15 style platforms. They have recently expanded into carrying other platforms, which we are going to get to. But as you come over here, which I'll kind of show you from over here. As far as accessories go, you're going to have everything that you could possibly want for your rifle or pistol. And just so you know, YouTube, I am not promoting the sale of firearms. I am promoting that people that have a good hobby come to the right place to hang out with other people that have the same interests. Rainier Arms is just a really good opportunity to talk about what we do and don't want. So over here you can have rifles. These are going to be your specialty rifles that are on top. On the back side over there, you're going to have some more. We have Rainier rifles. We're going to give you a B-roll of the wall, which is going to be a lot of work. But if you keep coming down here, we always have TVs going. So if you're ever a lady and you're with your mans, or if you're a man and you're with your lady and you don't shoot and she does, someone can stay entertained while the other person is doing the Lord's work. Now, if you keep coming over here, I'm going to have the cameraman go ahead and pan over to that wall over there, and he's going to kind of show you. On that wall is going to be all the things that we're really proud of. Don't get me wrong, we're proud of all these things on top of the glass cases too. But everything on that back wall is going to be our bread and butter. Now, one thing that also sets Rainier Arms apart is they have their own rifle, the Rainier Arms Urban Combat Rifle. So, a lot of people have asked me when I worked here what makes that rifle stand out from other rifles. From my personal experience, I've noticed they're very similar to BCM, especially in tolerance, how the firearm operates. They're just a little bit cheaper. They are made here in Wichita, so the lower does say Wichita, Kansas on it, which is really cool if you live in the area and you want something that's from here. And I did tell you guys I plan on doing a giveaway in the future, and I did talk to the owner. We are going to be doing a giveaway of a Rainier Arms rifle. I'm going to have it completely built out. I just need a little bit more time to kind of decide what accessories I want to put on there, because I really want to get some people out here and get them training. So if you keep following, you're going to notice in the back, this is going to be the Sig corner. We call it Sig World. If you do like Sig, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of them. I think they do have some really good products, and you're going to see my Sig Spear coming up here pretty soon. That's a completely different thing. They hit it out of the ballpark with that one. But in this corner, we're going to have everything from your 320, your 365, your rifles, the Rattler. I mean, I could just keep going. Sig's made 1,000 products instead of fixing the 320. So another huge part about Rainier Arms in this layout for the tour, you'll notice over here, we do have some extra rifles, shotguns, pistols, whatever you want. So one thing about this wall, they're not over here because they're discounted. They're actually over here just because we have like it set up for specific brands over there. Some of these we don't carry the brand for anymore, or we found it in the warehouse and we brought it up here to try and get it out of the word I'm looking for, the inventory. So that's a pretty cool thing. Cameraman, follow me. I'll show you guys currently where apparel is. A lot of you people that have been to Rainier Arms before, you're going to notice this place. This is the bargain bin. So this is going to be changing here pretty soon. So one thing that's really cool about in here, oh, come on in all the way. So it's a little dim in here right now. It's getting rehauled, redone. Rainier Arms has decided that they're going to completely redo their merch. So they're going to have the Out of Luck Gun Club merch in here, Rainier Arms merch, and they're also going to have Red Leg Actual merch in here. Which, ironically, the merch that is coming, whenever I release that website to you guys, you're going to notice that the very first thing on it is talking about trying to help with veteran suicide. That's something that's very sincerely deep to me. My inspiration for that is my buddy Austin Hilton. He took his own life in July of last year, and it absolutely devastated me and his family and a lot of friends. So it's kind of where I'm at the point where I'm kind of tired of seeing my friends die. So all of my merch that comes here and gets bought, all of the money from that is going to be going to stop or prevent soldier suicide. I think that's the name of the organization. It's the only nationally registered one. That one is, they put money towards actually helping people get treatment. So I don't plan on this or your money ever, or like at least quickly replacing my income. I want to give back. So I've had plenty of really good memories here, really good times. I'm about to make some more, and I just want to make sure that everybody understands how important that is to me. So I will also be putting very common receipts in there of how much money that you guys give me that will be going to those things. So can't wait for this to change. Can't tell you how many times I've reorganized it. So besides that, we're gonna go ahead. Now, you're gonna notice right here, El Baño. Let's go over here. So when you come back here, this is going to be where the classrooms are. And over here we have classroom 1. So as you come up to this, you just go ahead and pan in there. Let them see that a little bit. You're going to see my stuff on the table. Just ignore that. Then keep coming down here. Hey, Hi. Oh, you're so adorable. Yeah, hi, buddy. Okay. You can't walk past a dog and not say hi. That door's off limits. Can't go in there. Now, come back here to this dark room. This is going to be classroom 2 and the multi-purpose room. So if you come into classroom 2, this is going to be the second classroom where we do offer classes. This is going to be everything from concealed carry confidence, carbine confidence, pistol confidence. We even have ladies only night, which is really cool. Right now we're doing a girl and a gun. That's ran by Ashley Smith. And she's a super, super pleasant lady to be around. So if you are a female in the area and you want to come shoot with just the ladies, look them up on Facebook, come in here. Let them know I sent you. I don't get absolutely anything from it, but I think it'd be really cool if someone was like, yeah, I'm here because this weird guy named Orville on the internet told me to come. I think it'd be funny. So past here, we're not going to go in here because a lot of renovations going in here. This is the actual multi-purpose room. Currently, we offer CQB training in there. So we set up mock rooms and you go in, you shoot sim rounds. It's mostly LEO, and whenever everybody here feels like being a gooner. So, but no, that's the big thing. You keep her going. We're gonna come around here and finish up this tour. This door right here is the private range. If you want to know more about this is kind of a lot of people don't know this actually exists. It's kind of funny. It's literally in the package details for Patriot members. But you have to be EFQ qualified, which is enhanced firearm qualification. You're just showing an instructor on the range for 10 seconds that you know how to shoot a gun and not be an idiot. Because that is the other huge thing here is we really genuinely care about people being safe. So as we're walking back down to the showroom floor, I want to hit another negative because it's not just a couple things that are negative. During my time here, I think the one thing I struggled with the most, because I can only speak for my accord, right? I can't talk about what everyone else said. I was having a really hard time transitioning to civilian life, and I got really mad at customers. I didn't show that to them, and I try to be as compassionate as I possibly could. But anybody that's ever worked retail, you're gonna understand. No matter what retail place it is, when you come in, there's gonna be people and they're gonna be rude. Can't help it. So that was something I didn't really like. I've kind of noticed the more that some staff members have left and some have came on, we've gotten a lot more open to being nice. I'm not saying they were mean before, just a lot more. We're more open to questions, helping people out. And here's a positive. When I worked here, I made sure that no matter what, if you came in the store, I wanted you to be happy, safe, and confident, no matter what. I never wanted you to go back to your car and be like, oh man, did I do the right thing? Referring to getting something. And I could not sleep at night if I knew that a lady came in here and wanted to defend her own life and she left with a Desert Eagle because her boyfriend said so. It's not fair. So there's another good thing. Besides that, also, another huge thing for you guys, we do have a lost and found over here. I'm not gonna have them show it because I don't want to show people's personal belongings. If you've ever lost anything at Rainier Arms, come in and ask an employee, because every time we find a customer stuff, we put it up there. There's stuff up there from like 5 years ago. Yeah, and you'll actually get in a lot of trouble if you're an employee here and you steal from that. So, besides that, you come down here and keep bringing you around. You can watch me limp. Oh, you're still watching. Okay, so I actually forgot, last thing, this is the lounge area. Free water, coffee, 2 vending machines, and you can see out into the bays. One really cool thing about Rainier, so if you have a child with you and they're under 12, they can't go out on the bay, and they have to be monitored out here if you go out there. But you can see through windows and you can see into each bay, so you can see your family members shooting. If you want to come out here, take a break, that's perfectly fine. As you know, my buddy Cody here from Out of Luck Gun Club, not Out of Control Gun Club like Ryan said in the bloopers. I actually met him here at Rainier because he spends, once again, way too much money here, has no control over his wallet, and that's pretty cool. But I actually did not plan this. He just walked in. I figured I'd ask him a couple questions so you guys could get a little bit of a scoop from someone that's here, and then I'm going to ask someone who's just a regular customer. So, Cody, for Rainier Arms, what do you think is the #1 thing that separates it from other gun stores here in town?
The big thing for me is the guys that work here. The relationships I've built from training with the guys that are here, it's just a unique group of guys that relate to the 2A community through and through. So, I mean, it's pretty easy when we all have the same mindset of getting better and just creating friendships that last a long time.
No, I absolutely agree. And that's the one thing, too, is, like, I've seen so many, like, just being out in town, I've seen so many people that are customers here, and they're like, oh, hey, I saw you at Rainier. And I'm like, yeah, no, you definitely saw me at Rainier.
Yeah.
I probably stole your life savings.
Yeah, with the amount of time that I come here, which is way too much, I don't even work here, and I get recognized from some people about being here as often as I am. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. I mean, just it's a tight-knit group, and, you know, everyone knows everyone, which is super cool. And it's amazing what you're capable of doing with these firearms that you wouldn't be able to do unless you had land, or
True.
Most gun shops, unfortunately, don't allow you to train in the way that you need to get better. They're very
Shoot
vanilla.
Fast.
Yeah, they're very vanilla, which they allow you to get out of the comfort space and, you know, learn with malfunctions, put yourself in uncomfortable situations, which are things that I like.
Yeah, absolutely. Lastly, I want to hear your opinion from someone who does spend all of his shaboinkles on the Gucci stuff. How do you feel about the fact that Rainier doesn't carry stuff like Anderson, PSA, even Aero Precision, like the stuff that, you know, or even like we can order some of those things, but like Ruger, that kind of stuff. What's your opinion?
My opinion when it comes to anything in the gun world is, yes, some things can be expensive in the gun world, but if I ever had to rely on it, I'd rather spend the money up front and not have to worry about it in the future. So that's my big thing with it.
That's one thing I've preached to people a long time is, yes, we don't have, and once again, we can order a lot of those things, but we don't have those like super budget options. There are things in here that nowadays honestly are pretty budget getting into the firearm industry. I mean, like the Rainier Arms Urban Combat rifle. That rifle is very fairly priced for what you're getting, and I'm not just saying that from being an employee here. Like, I had one of those for 2 years before I ever even worked here. But the thing that really separates the brands that we do like to carry from the super cheap ones, and I have nothing against the super cheap ones, once again, like I've already stated it in every video, as long as you're coming out here and you're training with it, like, that's all that matters.
I would argue that the Rainier rifle is amazing for the price that it's at. I had my first ever rifle that I actually got here was a Rainier rifle, just because A, it had the Wichita lower, so that was super cool to be able to support the business
True.
local. But B, it got me into a class. That's actually how I got started here. It was, you buy a rifle, you got a free class, and that was really the tip of the iceberg for me to
get in.
To get in here and do all the training that I do. And I mean, I think within a year I almost put 8,000 rounds on that. I can go look at my Excel sheet, but it was close to 8,000 rounds before I even had any issues.
Keeps an Excel sheet.
Yeah. But I mean, it was 8,000 rounds before I even had any issues with it. It was a 10.5 Ruck rifle, and it treated me very well. It really did. I actually have it in my box right now as we speak.
No, I believe it. I've seen it 100 times. I believe the brands that we do carry, though, the reason we carry those is because we want to carry firearms that you can give your grandkids. Like, by then, hopefully the only thing you would have had to have replaced is the barrel, and that's because you blow that thing out. I want you, over the lifespan of that rifle, to spend more money on ammo than you did on the rifle. It's very important. Which, once again, I am not promoting the sale of firearms, YouTube. I know that that's not allowed, and I'm not doing that. What I am simply doing is reviewing a company and telling everybody, you know, I'm only talking to the people that have already purchased things. So I'm not promoting them buying anything. I'm promoting them, what's the word I'm looking for? Using them things.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that, and I think one cool thing about Rainier is there's no other gun store on the planet that has as cool of rentals as we do.
That's a huge thing as well.
Because I don't think there's anywhere else you can go rent a Sand Viper and then turn around and get a Spear LT and 5.56 suppressed, and then a Mark 18, and then a Car 15 that's full auto.
And then the Gordy rifle.
Oh, yeah, dude, well, that's the Car 15. You straight up, Gordy's gone, man. I'll be outside.
I'll be outside.
Absolute iconic. So, besides that, thanks. I also, he got one of the first pieces of merch for me too, because, you know, peep it.
Support the homies.
Yeah, support the homies.
That's all that ever is.
I already told him my money's going to the veteran suicide, so. But either way, now I'm going to do one final little interview, and I'm just going to grab someone that is a normal customer here if they're willing to do it. This is a random man that has came in today. He comes in apparently quite often. I've met him before. I just did not remember his name. His name is Jason, though, and Jason kindly agreed to be in this video. I appreciate that again. So the question I wanted to ask you, so from strictly just a customer perspective, how do you feel the atmosphere is different from like your regular gun store that you would go in anywhere else in Wichita?
Generally more relaxed, slightly more knowledgeable, a little bit more tactical friendly than, I guess, old NRA type gun stores.
Yeah.
So generally a little bit better for that side of it.
So, and with that, with like how Rainier kind of has itself structured, because that is kind of the goal. Like you pretty much nailed it right on the head. What do you think needs an improvement?
Overall staff knowledge or training, mostly on the rental side, and then just maintenance on the firearms.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's completely fair. So, next question. How do you feel about Rainier's selection on firearms that we have on the wall?
So for the for sale side, you guys have a pretty good broad selection on hand. Your handguns, especially, a very wide selection. Suppressors, probably one of the widest selections in town. What else is there? Accessories, especially accessories. You guys have a metric ton. Rifles, you guys have kind of been coming back on those, but I also understand that.
Yeah.
What else is there?
It's a hard market right now.
And then for the rental selection, you guys do have a very broad selection of handguns, quite a few MGs, and rifles. You have a pretty decent selection of suppressed firearms.
Yeah. Overall, would you recommend like anyone else come here?
Yeah, I'd definitely recommend try out Rainier.
Yeah. So besides that, everybody tell my boy down in the comments that he did a great job and that you like his snap-on shirt because I like it. So besides that, we're gonna go finish this video. Nice to meet you, man. All right, to finish this video off, and kind of like I had said earlier, once again, I'm not promoting that you go purchase a firearm. I'm promoting safe firearm practice. And part of safe firearm practice, if you don't know anything about it, is to surround yourself with people who do have good knowledge. Rainier doesn't only just offer good knowledge when it comes to the safety of firearms. They offer training in classes. You can do more advanced training. We even have night vision training. There's so many different things that you can do here that other places just simply don't offer. And that's one thing that really made Rainier stand out to me when I was looking at starting working in the firearm industry. I'm extremely proud to say that I previously worked at Rainier, and in the future I will be coming back. It's absolutely a family here. Yes, we know that sometimes there are flaws. There's nowhere on the planet that's not going to have some form of flaws, but the big difference between Rainier and other places that have flaws is we're not going to hide it. We're going to immediately try to address it, and we're going to immediately fix that issue. If we can't fix that issue, we're going to give you a really good reason as to why we don't think it's a problem. So once again, I'm just super thankful for Rainier for everything they did for me. Honestly, they pulled me out of probably one of the darkest times of my life. And I think if you are ever in Oklahoma City, Washington, or here in Wichita, Kansas, that's 5. If you're ever in those areas, stop in, check out a Rainier. If I'm here, say hi. I'd love to meet some of you guys. I know I don't know all 105 of you at the time of posting this video. So besides that, I'm extremely grateful for everybody that watched this video. And stay tuned for the merch drop. Go follow the Instagram. It's going to be posted on there. And here pretty soon, sometime in March, I'm going to announce the giveaway. Once again, I know that we only have 100 and some odd subscribers, and I'm not trying to chase subscribers or money. But I genuinely do want to give back to the community that gave back so much to me. So one way that I can do that is from my own pocket, make sure that someone can get out there and go train. So in the meantime, till the next video, thank you guys so much. And remember, confidence comes from practice, not purchases. Stay safe, train hard. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.